OBX wave report. I've been on travel for most of the day, so I am just catching up to the wave report, and this wave report will be relatively brief, won't have much in the way of preamble, and will mainly focus on waves and weather with a little bit of climate talk. That's what happens when you get busy, right? Okay, so for this evening right now, we've got mostly clear skies across the Outer Banks, a few clouds here and there, but they're either low and broken or more off to our north. Drove through some puffier clouds, past some thunderstorms on the way down here, but no thunderstorms to speak of right now. Insight in the Outer Banks, waves in the range of 1 to 2 foot for most beaches. Some of the northern beaches, 1 foot, 0 to 1 foot, very calm. One location with 2 to 3 foot waves. Buxton and Billy Mitchell Airport has 3 foot waves, so rather small waves in calm conditions across the Outer Banks. However, just to the west of us, we have a strong frontal system and powerful storms moving across the Gulf Coast region, as well as moving through the Mississippi River Valley region, with severe weather threatening the Mississippi Valley region once again, um, with severe thunderstorms likely for tonight. And if you are in this region, I encourage you to please pay attention to your local weather forecasts and your emergency management folks, and to do what you can to protect life should severe weather roll through your area. All right. Looking at the National Weather Service radar, we do see a powerful line of thunderstorms moving through, let's see, parts of Illinois, parts of Missouri, parts of Arkansas, parts of Western Tennessee, and Kentucky, and then stringing on down through Louisiana and Texas with severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for many locations. I don't know if there are tornado warnings up. I'm just going to pick one location and see. Oh, tornado watches and severe thunderstorm warnings up along a very strong line of thunderstorms stretching for, looks like, hundreds of miles from Louisiana all the way down to the Gulf. And then over the Gulf Coast region near Tallahassee, we also have a spate of severe thunderstorms as well. Looking at Tallahassee, let's see, come on, give me a marker, dudes. Okay, here we go. In Leon County, Florida, we've got a special weather statement in association with the thunderstorms. And then we have a special marine warning in association with the thunderstorm. Small craft advisories up and marine weather statements off of Louisiana as well. Here on the Outer Banks, pretty calm, although we do have some small craft advisories up. I'm not really sure why, but most of the oceans are relatively calm in the nearshore environment, but with southwest winds in the range of 10 to 20 miles per hour offshore might be a little choppy. Okay, looking at the enhanced cloud tops, you can really see those severe thunderstorms firing off on a line just west of the Mississippi River through Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri, and then crossing the Mississippi into Illinois, and then another set of severe thunderstorms out here over the Gulf of Mexico. It is worth noting that the intertropical convergence zone is really firing up right now, with a lot of weather right now over the Amazon, and then some severe thunderstorms out over the equatorial region of the Pacific Ocean, and also some squally weather out here in the tropical Atlantic. And we do also have some storms associated with a stalled frontal boundary over the Bahamas. Getting down to our local wave reports, we're going to start off at Jeanette's Pier to give you guys a basic summary of the waves in the minor preamble that I provided for you guys earlier. But for our more detailed assessment, we've got 1 to 2 foot waves at Jeanette's Pier right now, with a primary swell coming in at 7 seconds at 2.5 feet out of the southeast, not fully wrapping around there with those 1 to 2 foot waves near the coastline. And then a secondary swell coming in at 10 seconds, very small secondary swell at 0.2 feet. This one out of the east-southeast, that is a remnant swell. Winds right now out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour. That is an offshore flow. Air temperature 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures warming up a little bit to 56. Weather conditions for tonight, partly cloudy, low in the lower 60s. And just to the north of us here at Avalon Pier, in Kitty Hawk, we've got 1 foot waves and either 1 foot or 0 to 1 foot, occasionally 1 to 2 foot waves for the north beaches. Heading south past S turns, we find 1 to 2 foot waves at S turns, and at Rodanth, we also have 1 to 2 foot waves with a primary swell also coming in at 7 seconds as a 2.5 foot swell out of the southeast, basically the same swell that's hitting Jeanette's Pier. Secondary swell 10 seconds out of the east-southeast at 0.3 feet, also basically the same swell. Winds out of the southwest at 13 miles per hour. That is an offshore flow. Air temperatures right now 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures 58. Partly cloudy tonight. Low in the middle 60s for Rodanth. And then heading south past Waves and Salvo to Avon, we find the waves are also 1 to 2 feet. And once again, at Buxton, we do have one of the big wave spots, but with the swell coming from the south, we've got better waves over at Billy Mitchell. But right now at Buxton, waves in the range of 2 to 3 feet with a primary swell coming in at 6 seconds out of the south. That is a 4 foot swell. Secondary swell 10 seconds, 0.3 feet out of the east-southeast. So that south swell wrapping around to provide those 2 to 3 foot waves. Winds out of the west-southwest at 16 miles per hour. That is an offshore flow. Air temperatures 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And weather conditions for tonight, partly cloudy, low in the middle 60s for Buxton. And for our spot observations, we've got 3 foot waves down here at Billy Mitchell. Frisco's got reported 2 to 4 foot waves as well, with that south swell coming in. Looking at longer term forecasts and climate conditions, we find that for the globe today, the global temperature anomaly was 0.558 degrees Celsius above the 1981 through 2010 reference period. That reference period is already a warmer than normal period. And no regions of the world showing cooler than normal conditions. The Arctic warmer than normal at 0.247 degrees Celsius above normal. The tropics really heating up at 0.608 degrees Celsius above normal. That is expected as El Nino starts to settle in, and we expect the tropics to continue to heat up as a result of El Nino. And well, the El Nino influence combined with the effect of the greenhouse gases from fossil fuel burning. The Antarctic much warmer than normal today at 0.813 degrees Celsius above normal. So much warmer than normal day to day across most of the globe. For the next 6 to 10 days for the lower 48, we expect below normal temperatures for most of the United States, above normal temperatures for the eastern region, that including the Outer Banks, and above normal precipitation for the east and parts of the northwestern U.S., below normal precipitation for parts of the southwest. And then looking at the quantitative prediction forecast for the next 7 days, for the next week, we do expect the storminess in the east to focus along the Mississippi River Valley and up toward the Great Lakes region of Wisconsin in particular, and out in the Pacific Northwest. Looking at the convective outlooks for today, we do have severe weather likely from the Gulf Coast through the Mississippi River Valley region running from Texas and Louisiana all the way up through Illinois, and a large area of increased risk of severe weather. The statement is that severe risk continues through tonight. This is provided by NOAA's Storm Prediction Center, especially across the middle Mississippi and lower Mississippi Valley regions. Large hail and damaging winds are the primary risk, though a tornado or two remains possible. So please pay attention to your local weather and emergency management statements and seek shelter, protect life if severe weather does threaten. All right, and getting into the global forecast system model, we do have the storms tracking off toward the east through Sunday, and then getting a little bit rainy late Sunday into early Monday potentially for the Outer Banks as a front sweeps through. Since the wind's expected to come more westerly, I don't think that temperatures are going to cool off that much. Unfortunately, we don't have much in the way of ocean storms to kick up waves for us, so waves are likely to continue to be small through Monday. And then as we get into the day on Tuesday, we get clearing and warming as high pressure builds in. Another storm system expected to gather over the central U.S. could bring more storms to the Mississippi River Valley region by Friday, and then potential severe weather on Saturday for the southeast U.S. centered on the Mississippi River Valley once again, and then a front predicted to sweep on through Saturday and Sunday here in the Outer Banks, but no major weather predicted over the period, at least for now. Looking at the wave forecast, let's get to our wave models. And right now we've got wave heights in the range of 3.5 feet in the near offshore environment. By tomorrow, we expect these waves to pump up a little bit, but not by much, particularly in the southerly regions with waves ranging from 3 to 4 feet. Most of the swell here coming in from the south, 3 to 4 foot swells on Sunday. And then into Monday, we expect 3 to 3.5 foot swells in the near offshore environment. Swell direction and angle not changing very much, mainly from the south on Monday. And then into Tuesday, swells actually falling down a bit with the angle and direction coming in from the south as well. Swells falling down to 2.4 feet in the near offshore environment. Let's see, this is Tuesday and then into Wednesday. Very small waves, although the angle is looking a little bit better as we get into Wednesday, coming in from the southeast. Swell at 1, maybe 1.9 to 2 feet on Wednesday. So it looks like small wave days ahead according to the wave monitors. So unfortunately, calm waves, small waves, all the way through Wednesday. So thank you for joining me for this April 15th session of the OBX Wave Report. And as I always do, I would like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to help speed the transition to clean energy. Clean energy right now that is rapidly deployable being wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles. And the more rapidly we deploy those, the more rapidly we will reduce our emissions and the more rapidly we will reduce the threat to our coastlines. And we don't want to lose our coastlines. There's just so much of value for us here, so much that we can enjoy, so much to love. So let's not forsake our coastlines, which so many of us enjoy. Let's instead enjoy clean energy, which is really good. I mean, you get all the other benefits of clean energy being health benefits, less respiratory and less respiratory illness, less heart disease, all the various harmful impacts from the pollution from non-clean energy, fossil fuel-based energy would be removed and or greatly reduced. So thank you for joining me once